Good morning to all of you. My name is Loken Singh and welcome to Sharp English Academy YouTube channel. Friends, today I have come again with one more new video and we have our second team. In our team there are four members. They will introduce themselves and they will speak a very interesting topic. And today we have a discussion topic. It is about culture diversification. We all know that we are living in 21st century and it is a globalization time, and in this time we see the people are exchanging their cultures and they are adopting other countries culture and following the rules assumptions of other countries. So our dear students have prepared this topic and they want to speak their thoughts. They want to have a healthy discussion over this topic. So let's start. Anyone would like to speak first before the camera over this topic? So please let's start. You have to give your short intro and you will speak over this topic. So let's start. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, sir. First of all, good morning, my honorable teacher, and
Good morning.
honorable my listeners and audience. And as you know, our teacher also said that we are speaking about and discussing about culture. So we are getting something preparation. So I think we are going to speak about some extra things like education, economical system in the history when Lord Ram was present in the earth, and something else also like moral and spiritual things. So I want to say, firstly, I want to start from there. Then it is the biggest culture, in my opinion, because Indus civilization is the uh, most most populated and the very oldest civilization in all over the world.
Yes.
So I think also there is a very good thing in our culture, and that is there is a thing about the girls. They also worship as a goddess, and we see in other cultures like European, Australian, African, they have like equal rights, but they always worship as a goddess. So it is a positive point because we have to need, and they also keep our houses and all the world happy. So
Yes, we agree with your point of what you speak. Now we want to listen from these two audience. So please, Devinder, would you like to speak over this topic? Speak, or do you agree with the thought of Mr. Mohit? If yes, so why do you agree? And some points want to present from your side. I agree with my friend Mr. Rohit. As we know that India is a global language, global country, and we know that it provides a moral education. In ancient time, we saw that our teachers provides a practical knowledge which is help for us to survive in a nation or to survive his life. So I agree with my friend that in ancient time, Indian culture provides a moral education, and today we get an education in theoretical and not practical. And theoretical knowledge is not essential for our life. If we practical, if we do practically a knowledge, then it gives a information to survive in his life. So I agree with my friend. Okay, I have one question to you. As you have spoken about the education system of India. We see that today in India the education system is theoretical, somehow it is practical, but in Western countries it is more practical and somehow it is theoretical. If you talk about our Gurukuls or about the ancient education system when rishis used to give educations to the prince of the kings and in the forest. So don't you think it was a practical education system at that time? I think that this is right. In ancient time, teachers provides a practical knowledge. We saw holy book and we read a holy book that Maharishi Vishwamitra provides a moral education and practical knowledge to Lord Sri Ram, and this is helpful for us. This is helpful for us, and they survive his life in an influent way. Yes. And I think practical knowledge is better than theoretical knowledge. Okay.
yeah, my dear, I agree with your points.
I agree
but,
with you.
Yeah, but I want to add something more. that you said about Vishwamitra, but I want to say something different about the Mahabharata. I think you also listen about the unknown heroes. When they have not, they never meet any guru like teacher, but
Yes.
they get all the knowledge.
He got the knowledge.
He got the all knowledge, and they have enough ability to take participate in any war and to defeat anyone. And I want to, and I think you know about him. Who is he?
I know about the name is Eklavya.
Eklavya. Yes, my dear friend, he is the Eklavya, and he never gave up. But one day he think that he thought that a dog was coming towards him, and he cut him. He
will
cut
bite.
him.
He will bite
him.
Yes.
So he decided to throw a arrow
Yes.
on him. But his humanity said to him that there should not be injury for the dog.
Yeah.
Then he left a arrow towards the dog, but he did not get a little bit injured.
Yeah, he was not injured.
Seeing that, he thought that how can do it anyone. But after that, he said that the guru means teacher.
Yes.
Think that Arjun is the greatest in all over the world as a fighter in arrow. So after that, he decided to I should meet him. And after that, at the meeting, he asked who is your teacher. Then he gives the in a in a polite nature that you are my teacher. Then he asked how. Then he showed to the guru that your statue is there, and I always make some efforts and make some tries to learn how to fight, and I get all the knowledge, and he gets some his thumb from him, but he never give up. He again starts to learning from his two fingers, and he again get all the knowledge of the like arrows. So I think it is the biggest unique thing about our nature,
About our culture, our Indian culture. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Guru,
now.
yes, Guru, I agree with your point. But if I want to add some points, once upon a long time, as I past in a Mahabharata matter, as a Karan gone to as a Dronacharya, went to Dronacharya, and Dronacharya to as a do as a discrimination.
Had a discrimination.
Had discrimination
with
because you are not a Brahman.
Yes.
Because I taught as a Brahman, as a Kshatriya,
only Kshatriya and
as a
Brahman.
Kshatriya. But Karan said at one point, as a one question, and your son is said here, he is not a Brahman and not a Kshatriya, but you taught his son in a present time teachers not discrimination.
Yeah, there is no discrimination.
Not discrimination. Teach all students equally.
Yes.
And Miss Neha, are you agree with my point? Do you agree with my point?
Yes.
And if you want to add some point, and please you add.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with your point that in nowadays all teachers are teach all the students equally, but that time that the guru
Used to discriminate.
used to discriminate,
They
and
did not used to give education to
they-
SC, ST. They used to give only general caste.
they did not teach general caste because they think that they don't
Deserve education.
they don't deserve education, but
Yes.
nowadays all teachers thinks that all castes are same, and they teach us equally.
So I want to ask you all that don't you think today the teachers are not discriminating to teach the students, but in Indian culture our gurus or in our Gurukul the teachers used to discriminate. They did not give or provide the educations to the lower class people. They just provided only to general class and Kshatriya class people or friends. But we have learned this thing from the Western culture, because we have seen this unique thing in Western countries. They never discriminate to provide education. That's why they all have developed, because all the people are well educated in their nation. That's why the nation is developing. But India could not develop well. Why? Because in India, the people who belong to rural areas, they belong to poor family, or they are from the lower class caste. So they had no education. So they just always engaged in lower kind of activity like cleaning, dusting, or slavering. Okay, that's why we could not develop well. But though in that country, all the people are well educated and they provide. They think that every citizen of the nation is the part of the development of the nation.
Yes, sir, I agree with you. As we know that education is the most powerful weapon for a developing country.
Yes.
And in Western cultures, we saw that family members, parents tell us children that if you complete his 12th, then after they should go for his work.
Yes.
That they are totally disconnect them and
They
do self work
completely disconnect. Yeah, they leave them alone.
they leave them alone
Yeah.
and do any
And
work.
they see
also.
how to survive.
And they tell us how to survive in this time. And
Yes.
they
Without money, without family, without any support.
they do not provide any types of facility, that they do not provide any type of money, and these things makes other country
Make
develop.
them, yeah, this thing make that person successful and independent and confident, and it is also beneficial for the nation. But in country or in our country, we see it is completely opposite. Here what happens? A student is not only doing +2, but he completes his graduation, post-graduation, master degree, and still stays at home, stays with family, and still he becomes the burden on family. So parents are very emotional towards their kids, girls. They do not want to make them separate. They just become how they will survive without us. And this thing never let the people of our country become the stronger and self-dependent. So it is a drawback. In my opinion, it is a drawback. What do you think?
Yes, sir, I have another point about that.
Yes.
Nowadays, we can see the most economical and the most richest country in the world. We always see the America and mostly European countries and China.
countries. Yes.
And but before the 90s, there is only one country in all over the world who stands at the first, and it is India, and it's also known as another name, and the name is Golden Bird.
Golden bird.
At that time, the education system was very very clear and very good. Mostly thinkers said that they are should not be provided the education for the SC and ST. But as I think as a survey, as far as I concerned, sir, as a survey, I listened from a very good anchor. The name of him, Mr. He is the BJP leader. I don't the name remember at that time. But he said in a debate, he said that 70% of the students belongs to SC and ST. And you know about the Valmiki?
Yes, Valmiki.
Valmiki, he also belongs to the SC and ST. So it's not the point that at that time they never gives the opportunity to the SC and ST. It's created by an Englisher who comes in 18, and it was
British who came to India. They have
discrimination because they want to divide and rule.
Yeah.
And nowadays we can see the European countries adopting our culture because they know very well if we adopt this culture then we will develop more than more, but we are getting something from them, so we are losing something.
Yes, bro, I agree with your points, but I want to add some points. Our government opened a government schools and open in every village. But our younger generation to follow as a other countries like smoking, drinking, as a junk foods, and educate as a younger boy hesitate to as a government going to as a government school. But some people not understand. My father is a poor, and father says for his children, you join as a private school. I will pay and I will manage to money your skills, your proper education but younger generation not try to understand and
They oppose it.
they oppose it as a parents. You say wrong, but I was born in Indian culture, and some people as accept as Indian cultures as a dressing style, as a follow as a dressing style, as a girl, as a boy, and do not try to understand our government to as a manage as a उसके लिए हमें ज़्यादा संघर्ष करती है गवर्नमेंट टीचर्स को वो करती है रिक्वायरमेंट देती है
So government gives a lot of chance or opportunity to teachers or students to promote,
Our government-
come ahead or to do
our
study.
government to give our teachers as a best teachers and but our younger generation not like as a go to as a government school. So Mr. Neha, do you agree with my point? And if you want to add some point, so please you add.
So I agree with you.
Take this mic
but
in your hand and close to your mouth.
I agree with you.
Close to your
in,
mouth. Yes.
Some points, but I disagree with that in Indian culture.
You may ask, you can take help if you face any problem while you discuss, so you can ask us.
In Indian culture, the government supply the government schools and
Midday meal, gives midday meal to the
but in
students.
Western culture there are no
Such
any
kind of facilities.
such kind of facilities.
They charge.
They charge
Yeah.
that kind of facilities, but in Indian culture, our government gives
Food, dress,
food,
books.
dress, and government schools.
Yeah. As per our Indian constitution, that education up to 8th class has been completely free for all. So no discrimination like it is free only for Hindus or it is free only for Muslim, it is free only for general class, it is free for only SC, ST. Government is equally doing, but we find this kind of thing is not provided by Western culture. In the Western countries, they have not made the education free. They charge it. Okay, apart from that, we have another point. We want to discuss about the dressing code, or dressing sense. Indians have different dressing sense and Western people have different dressing. But now we understand the Indian people, they always think that if they wear kurta, dhoti, so they think that they are traditional and they are not respected in society. And if they wear jeans, t-shirt, skirt, long skirt, this kind of dress, coat, pant, so in that case, we always think that it is a symbol of attraction or education or civilized things. So what do you think? What will happen with our dressing code, what our ancestors used to wear, our forefathers used to wear, our Lord Sri Ram, Lord Sri Krishna, they used to wear, but now we don't follow it. Even in the village also we see generally boys, girls, they love to wear jeans, t-shirt, lower, nighty, these kind of things. So don't you think this is a bad impact on our culture, or do you think it is a good impact on our culture?
Yes, sir, I agree with you. As we know that there are some drawback in our education system. We study in our education system and in history we read about the Muslim Samudaya, Muslim community, and study about who was Akbar and who was anything Mughal Empire.
Yes.
And there is a need to change this rule, and we want to study our ancient मतलब जो पुराने
Our ancient content we must have this.
and we study about our ancient content and which is helpful for us. And as we know that in Ramayana we saw many good characters, and we want to read about the way of living of Lord Ram,
Yes.
and
It teaches us many things,
and-
moral of the life,
which provides
how
so
to do
many-
struggle.
and know about the struggles facing by Lord Ram, and this provides a moral education, this provides a gives information for us, And after that, we talk about the dressing sense of our Indian culture and Western culture.
Yes.
That we follow the completely Western cultures. We see
Yes.
so many movies, and most of the young youth are attracted towards these Western cultures, and they forget their own culture. And we know that our culture is the best in all over the world. And
And
why we
apart
are
from
accepting?
that, we also have seen like we are we adopt their dressing sense and their dress code, and we see so many foreigners in their countries. They love to wear sari, dhoti, kurta, pajama. These things they have adopted, and they feel comfortable in those kind of. They are loose cloth. They are made of cotton. They are not tied to your skin, and you feel comfortable yourself. But they have adopted. We see so many in Russia. If we talk, most of the ladies, gents, they love to wear sari, dhoti, and it is ashamed for us. Like other people are taking our culture to their nation, and we are just still following that rubbish kind of cloth. As we also heard many times, we see people say, sometime the cause of eve teasing means like molestation with girls or ladies in the public place, or it happens some kind of exploitation against the women. So it happens because of their dressing code or their dressing sense. They always wear torn jeans, sleeveless skirt or sleeveless t-shirt, short skirt, attractive clothes, and any kind of what to say double meaning sentence mentioned on their t-shirt or print or logo. So it diverts the mind of other people, and it becomes the cause of eve teasing. So it is. Do you think that government should ban such kind of dress in India, or it should not be banned?
I think
Yes, sir. I want to say something about that. It's depend only the men, yeah, woman who wants to wear this type of dressing sense. If we teach about the Queen of Jhansi, she was a lady, but she
Yes.
fought with the Britishers very
Yes.
bravely, and
Yes,
she
brave.
fight like a man, more than a man,
Yes.
and he killed a lot of Britishers in
She
the war.
killed many Britishers.
Britishers in the
Yes.
war, and she teaches the girls, and the girls also teach from the Queen of
Should
Jhansi,
learn. They should girls should learn
learn from
from
the Queen of Jhansi,
Queen Jhansi.
that how to take and how to be brave.
Yes.
And if we talk about the today's woman, nowadays she was wearing something else like
Provocative dress. We say they wear in India provocative dress.
provocative dress. So it is the main reason behind that. They have not enough bravery and they have never enough patience to fight with anyone, but they always wear this type of dressing. So it is the main factor behind it, sir, as I think. And you
Yes,
want
sir.
to say something, so you can.
Yes, I agree with you. Dear friends, Western peoples follow their Western rules,
Yes.
and they wears his own clothes because the environment and the weather conditions of the Western areas are cold, so they wear these types of clothes. But in India, there is a different weather conditions. Sometimes in the summer, winter. So I think the government should take a good decision, take a strict decision that the peoples of Indians do not wear these types of clothes which increase so many crime like e-teasing, and they they commit crime because in e-teasing we saw that many girls wears short dresses, and this creates crime. So I think the government take a strict decision about the dressing sense of Indians.
Yeah, I quite with you, my dear friend. But
Yes.
it's right of their what they want to wear, what they don't want to wear. And if they want and they were comfort with them, then they will she will wear it. And I think it's not the problem of the girls; it's the problem of boys. Or I think it's not the completely mentally they are not fit. So it's as I concern as I think that it's totally misbehaving by the boys, not by the girls. And if they want to wear, then they can easily wear and they will comfort with it.
Neha, do you agree with the thought of Mr. Mohit? He said that girls are free what to wear, what not to wear. They can wear whatever they wish. It is the poor mentality of boys who do eve teasing with girls, or those who have some this kind of ill thinking. So, do you think that it is the right of girls that whatever they wish they wear, or it is not the right of them being in India? In India, being the girl, it is not their duty what to wear, what not to wear, what is good for them, what is not good for them. Don't have the sense what to wear, what not to wear. So, what would you like to speak over the dressing sense of Indian girls nowadays?
I am agree to Mr. Mohit because they because he said that the girls
Are
are
free,
free from
free, all the foundations,
free from all the foundations of
they free to wear
they free to wear any clothes,
skirt,
skirt, jeans, tops,
top.
and etc. But in Indian culture, this types of dressing doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
yes,
So
that
in
not
Indian
exist.
culture, the girls only dress sari, suit. I think that all the girls only dress only wears the saris and suits because in Indian culture these types of dresses are not
Yes,
are not
you are right, because if this is the part, if you say that it is the choice of girls, it is right of girls what they wear. So if you talk about some politicians, famous politicians, if we talk about Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, she is the finance minister of India. If we talk about Mrs. Draupadi Murmu, she is the president of India. If we talk about Mrs. Pratibha Patil, she has been president of India. If we talk about Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she has been the first lady Prime Minister of India. So why didn't they wear skirt, jeans, t-shirt, top or whatever? Why did they always wear sari? They also had their right. But in Western we have seen the female president, female politicians, president, like talk about Hillary Clinton, the wife of Bill Clinton. She does not wear the sari. She wears only coat, pant or whatever. She talks about long skirt, short skirt. They always wear. We have seen so many pictures with our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, when he goes to European countries, visit on the tour. So we see he visits many ladies over there, and the ladies always wear long skirt, short skirt, jeans, t-shirt, top, trousers. But we have not seen them wearing the sari. But I suppose your point is girls are free what to wear. Girls are not free to wear. Girls must obey the rules and regulations. Okay, now we have another point to discuss or to talk. Do you think that it is very common in Western culture? Once they marry to someone, they divorce the next day, or they divorce after 6 months or 1 year, and they go to marry other. But in India, it has been observed that once you marry to someone and you take the oath, or you take the vow before the fire, and say that I will keep this relationship not only for this birth, for the next 7 birth also. And if we talk about like a recent a burning news you have heard or you all have seen, Mrs. Jyoti Maurya, who has been or who is the STM in Uttar Pradesh of Panic district right now, her husband was a peon in a department, and he spent a lot of money, he gave a lot of time, and he managed his home as well as job, and he made her free to study so that she can get a good positions and she can utilize her rights or education system. And once she qualified UPSC and she became the SDM, now she is insisting her husband to take divorce, and she is living separately and she does not want. She has forgot all the things. Another side, this is because of Western culture, because it happens in Western culture. And now we take the another example from the Ramayana. When Lord when Lord Sri Ram was sent to exile, so he was alone given the this kind of punishment or this thing by King Dashrath. But Mrs. Goddess Sita forced to Lord Sri Ram to move with him. His brother also forced him to go with them, both of them, for their protection of living with them. So why did Sita not leave Ram? You are going to exile. What will I do there? I am the queen. I will be there. I will go back to my father home. I do not want to go with you. I want to take the divorce from you. But she didn't. It is the Indian culture. She participated and she kept her promise till the last. But now generation is learning from the Western. Once you reach on the higher position and you are married to any uneducated, uncivilized lady or gent, so you think that "Ki, now I am civilized, I am in the good position, so you take divorce. So this divorce system has come from where? It has come from the Western. And now in India we see every day you can find there is no court in the India. If we talk about the local court, district court, civil court, supreme court, high court, consumer court, you will not find any court where there is no divorce case files are pending. So what is that? Do you think that the divorce is the part of Indian culture? But it is happening in India. If it is not a part of the Indian culture, so what is happening? It means we should oppose, we should ban the Western culture. Such kind of things are not good for us. So please let's speak over this point. What are your opinion to speak it?
Yes, sir, I agree with your some points. And you told me as a Jyoti Maurya and cheat on her husband and her husband as a doing as a hard work to make a career of his wife.
Make a career, yes.
Of his wife, and he made a career of his wife, but wife cheat of her husband because Jyoti Maurya followed to as a Western culture.
Yes.
And the Western cultures people to follow as a Indian cultures.
Yes.
And you listened and you saw you saw a one video Pakistani woman to
Yes. She
Pakistani
came to
woman,
India
she came to India
and married.
and without passport, without visa, and married to as an Indian boy in a temple.
Yes.
And to follow as a Indian cultures, and she wears as a sari, as a necklace, as a gamblers on hands,
Yes.
and oath, and she oath as a I follow as a Indian cultures. I do not as a junk food like as a non-veg,
Yes.
as a meat, and his husband and our Indian boy accepted his woman,
That woman.
Yes,
of
and
course.
and both of them to marry as a Indian rituals.
Yeah, with Indian
With
rituals.
the Indian rituals. So Mr. Moise, do you agree with my point? And you listened this news and you saw a video.
No, my dear friend, I listen all the videos and I listen all the news. But I don't agree with you because I have a different point on this topic. That now, when we went to the past and ancient time, we can see about the kings. They have a lot of queens, more than 10, more than 15 and 20. It's normally. So if I say about this at this time, in India we can only get a one like wife. So it's also point on this point that the government gives the strict instructions that you should follow them. And if I say about the divorce, that we adopted it from the Western. But you know there are a lot of offensive cases comes from the housewives, like they mostly men beat their wives and they commit suicide. Then it is a big crime and it is committed a big crime by the rural and mostly in the rural areas by the men. So I think it's every point has a two points like negative and positive. But it is the human nature. He observes only the negative point. But we should always observe the positive
Positive
point.
things also. We should also look at the bright side of the things.
Of the things, because it also helps to the women to by the divorce they get some success. There are a lot of news and there are a lot of points of view you can get from the news and also from the by the movies you can get. And I think you want to
I agree with you. As you know that the chance of divorce is happen only in love marriage, because in love marriage we know about one another, and arranged marriage is a greater example of Indian culture, because in arranged marriage we connect a family, not an individual. And in the chance of divorce in arranged marriage is very low. And this is the main reason we accept the Western culture and Western lifestyle. So this types of crimes committed in India increase day by day.
Yes, my dear friend, it's a very beautiful point that you said. When the marriage was arranged by the family members and a man who wants to marry as a love marriage. So, I think more than 90% the love marriage did not stay and they did not never remains because they get divorced after then 2 and 3 years because they are not to able get their life more than 2 and 3 years. So it's a negative point about this, and it is getting from the western area. So I am disappointed for that.
Yes, bro, I agree with your points. You told me as a arranged marriage to as a stay as a 2 or 3 years. But you suppose as a Pakistani women to come India as a without passport as a no, and I don't, I do not think as a he is a I think and this marriage to as a stay forever, and as a our Indian pupils to follow as a foreigners as a never as a your family as a, you suppose you marry as a in this year and your neighbor is so very bad to follow as a foreigner cultures and never try and never as a never you sir को क्या कहते हैं भटकाएंगे
Instigate you, will
Yeah.
instigate you.
will instigate your wife
Yeah.
your husband is do not work and he is
He
not
is lazy, he is not a sociable
he is
person,
not he is lazy and
he will, they will poison her mind.
he will
Arrange
poison her
marriage.
minds and her family members is so increasable
Yeah. Aggressive.
aggressive. I think as a pupils as a our Indian culture to accept as a arranged marriage is a 90%, but as a day by day our younger generation to follow as a foreigners and foreigners pupils not give a respect and not give a permission of his parents. I do marry as a any business, but Indian people always give a permission of his parents. So Miss Neha, do you agree with my point? And if you want to add some points, so please.
I agree with your some points, but in Indian culture, the parents marries her daughter with his
With their choice,
with their
the
choice,
of the
but
daughter, or his or daughter.
he don't care about their daughter because they वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको वो देते हैं
They give dowry to the daughter.
they give dowry to
Dowry.
daughter and this is the main reason of the divorce because when they don't
They are not able.
they are not
they are
able,
not
they
able.
are not able to fall
To manage the family or to survive their life. पूछो मुझे पूछो. Yes.
वो उसको देने में समर्थ नहीं होते हैं
They are not able to give this dowry because they don't have too much money and they are not capable. They are not capable to
they
give
are
dowry.
not capable to
Give
give
this
them
dowry.
dowry. Then they kill her their daughters
Yes,
and
they do injustice, kill, beat her, and they try to leave. They give warning and they give divorce.
and this is the main reason of the divorce because the daughter
Feels insecure herself and she commits suicide. She take different actions.
so they want to divorce their
Okay. Another point we have to discuss there. It is about the eating system. There is a difference between eating styles in India as well in Western culture or Western country, and not only there is a change or there is a different styles of eating, but there is a different types of foods. Generally in India we see Indian kids, Indian children, ladies in village or in city in both areas, they love to eat Maggi, chow mein, idli, dosa, samosa, burger, non-veg burger, and some other kind of fast food, and they all derive from Western culture. Burger is not Indian dish. Okay, idli dosa may be Indian dish from the South India, but we talk about burger. This is not. But generally, people love to eat it or chow mein or other things like noodles, French fries, like this. And we also have the change in a way of style of eating. Like we always, our culture always speaks while you take your food, then it is a prasad or blessings for you. So you always sit on the ground, close your hands, worship to God for through that food, and then you start to take it and to chew it. But now we see nowadays children are, ladies are, boys are taking their lunch, dinner, breakfast before television on the bed, and they eat only when the television is on or the mobile phone is in their hand. They have no offering, they do not worship to that food, and they have forgot these all the things. Why? This is because of the Western culture. So do you think it is a good thing or it is not a good thing? If it is happened, so why should we adopt such kind of culture which is spoiling our life or which is against of our health or our culture or our society? But we all love to do it in our family. So why do we all do this kind of things like buffet system, restaurant, dining table? In we see that Indian well-educated family, they think they belong to a good family, they are well-educated and they are rich. They always have the dining table in their home. They take their dinner on the dining table with all the family members. It is all about the Western culture. But in Indian culture, dinner is taken by all the family members together on the ground. They are sitting like we see in many South Indian movies. We have seen such kind of scenes. We see in the Ramayana serial, we see in the Mahabharata serial, all Pandava used to take their food on the ground together and with their mother, and Draupadi used to eat at last of the lady of. But in India, what happens now? The housewife, they eat first, the children eat first, and their husband and remaining elderly people of the family, they eat at last. Or even if they no food, so they don't eat anything. So this has been changed. It is Western people are spoiling our culture, but now they are learning our eating system. They eat like Indian. I have shared one video on my YouTube channel. If you get time, so watch it. You see in that video, Western people are taking food or prasad while sitting on the ground or in a queue, or people are serving. But we think no, it is very bad system. If we make any marriage in our family of any daughter, and that we invite the people, our relatives, our neighbors, and they always prefer to eat on the buffet system. They do not like to eat on the ground. They think it is very traditional, and they think it is bad. You are rubbish people, you are uncivilized, you don't know how to serve, you don't know how to treat others. So this is what? It is against of our culture, so they are spoiling our culture. So what are your opinion over this point of eating styles or eating things? They always try to eat the stale food, basi, and they are also teaching us to eat it like burger. It is not a fresh. It is not good for your health. But they are generating a high business because they know in India the most of the people love to eat burger, and they are taking this like KFC, McD, Zomato. These all are the Western countries, Western companies, and they are taking a lot of economy from our nation. They are taking a lot of money and making their country economy strong. But we don't like to eat our own Indian food. We think it is not good for us. Only that delicious food is good for us, but it is not good for your health. What do you think about this?
Yes, sir. I am alright with you because nowadays we can see in Punjab, it is sent at the first as a cancer, and they
Yeah.
are facing a lot of cancer patients.
Look at there. Yes.
Because
Amazing.
you know there are a lot of problems with their
We can say in every third family there is a cancer
cancer
patient.
patient in Punjab.
Yes.
And if I say about the European countries, their need, it's their need because they have not these type of what say about weather.
Culture.
So there is a
climate.
cold, very
It
cold
only is
season.
cold season
Cold
always
season
all
always
all 12 months of the
12
year.
months of the year.
Yeah.
And they should need to take the foods of still.
Yes.
So it's need of them, but it's
Yeah.
not our need. We can use the food as we can stand cook the food, and after that we can take it.
Yes.
And but we are getting some the culture of Western, so we are getting from it. And nowadays you can see America is the most economic country, and it is stand first because of they invest a lot of these type of such foods in India, and they making youth of India very weak because
Yes, they want to make Indian youth weak.
because they always used to take the noodles, burgers, pizzas, and
French fries.
these type of
Chow-mein.
things.
Mhm.
And they are getting their body very weak, and they are not able to run fast. Like you can see
Yes.
about Milkha Singh.
Yes.
He was the national and also the world champion at this time. But now he, in a statement, he said, in India, I personally think as a Milkha Singh, there is no one who can beat my
Who could,
record.
yes, who could defeat him in race?
My race, because his record was 45.5 approximate. I don't remember the exactly, but there is no take birth in India who can defeat him. So
No
it is totally
one.
depend on the food system. So I think you want to say something.
You have reminded me one more good thing. I would like to be interrupted over here, or you must speak over this. Today it is the death anniversary late Mr. Dara Singh. ठीक है, all hear the name of Dara Singh. He killed or he defeated King Kong, who was the world champion. And Mr. Dara Singh weight was only 130 kg. And King Kong weight was 500 kg, and he picked on his both hands to that 500 kg person. And Mr. Dara Singh never lost any wrestling in his life. And he had a long life also. He was born in 1928 and he was dead in 2012, before 11 years from today. And he played the role of Lord Sri Hanuman in the Ramayana serial. And we all know his that face. He was so powerful, he was so strong. Why? Because that eating system, food system and everything was good at that time. So he did it. But now we don't have such kind of Dara Singh in our culture, in our country. And people also give mishal to their children or to the other people. You are not a Dara Singh. So Dara Singh has become a brand nowadays. People say, "Tum Dara Singh nahi ho jo mujhe peet doge." So Dara Singh was the first person who was never defeated by anyone in any wrestling. So it was what? It was the Indian food system. But now today, no Indian or no one is Dara Singh in India. Why? Because the Indian system, food system has been completely changed. It is not organic. It is full of the poison. We always use germicide, pesticide in our agricultural land, and this has made our immunity weak, and we all are eating only the poison. What do you think about this point?
Yes, sir, I agree with you. And you know very well that Dara Singh has never defeated by another people because he followed our Indian culture and Indian food. As we know that Indian culture is full of food, and in Indian culture in India we have a lot of food of good quality.
Yes, good, but they all have good nutrition and healthy for our body.
And
The
in
fiber,
Western culture,
minerals.
in Western cultures there is lack of food and they eat meat, and this meat helps to bump this मतलब मोटा कर
Yes, it will increase or it will
it will
increase
increase
your
our
fat.
fat.
Your fat.
It will increase
will
our
make you
fat.
fatty.
They do not increase our stamina and
Yes,
power.
no stamina, no minerals, no vitamins.
But Indian culture
No fiber.
provides the stamina and strength in our body. So in Indian culture, food is very important for us, and we are accepting the another food culture that we eat burger, chow mein, which is very harmful for us. And I think in the future, if we follow these types of food culture, this type of food, then we become so big. As we know that the height of a human being becomes very low. As we know that first in ancient time the height of a person is about 6 feet, and nowadays the height of a
Average height is 5'6", 5'7".
5'6", and you know the news about Chinese people that the height of the ladies of Chinese people increase
Yeah, increasing.
increase
Their
day
height
by
is
day,
increasing.
and they follow the balanced diet.
Yes,
So
yes.
they
They
increase
eat
the height,
square diet.
and we are accepting these types of diet, and this is a negative impact for our health, and I think we
No,
should aware it and
It is also one more reason behind that. You know that this kind of food is not only increasing your fat or making you weak, but also become the cause of death.
yes sir.
The high BP, migraine, diabetes, liver fatty, such kind of disease are happening because of occurring in human body. Why? Because of the eating system, and this disease are occurring in our body. So they know that Indian will go to the foreign countries for the treatment. So economy will increase. The money will be given to that country. So they are just intentionally they are making us weak, but we are not able to understand. We have to save our country, we have to save our society, we have to save our family, we have to save our children. Not offering them, not giving them this kind of Western food which is not good for their health. Otherwise, one day we all will be moving like sick people, diseased people, no energy, no stamina. Now see the children, they have very weak their health, they are thin, they have no stamina, they have lack of vitamins, they are taking medicines, they always go to doctors, and these doctors recommend the medicines which are made by Western countries, allopathic. So do you think that the allopathic medicine, syrup, tablet, capsule will give us minerals, vitamins, fiber, calcium, iron? No. These comes from the natural things. People don't like to eat spinach. They hate it. New generation. But used people, ancient time used to eat the spinach because it has high quantity of the iron. People used to eat cheese. People used to drink milk. But now children, new generation don't like to drink milk.
Yes,
They stain the milk when they drink it. They take the cream outside from the milk. So what is this? So it is a really good bad of the Western culture, and we are not caring of it. We are involved and we have become the victim of such kind of things. So it is my recommendation to all you and to the my viewers. Please focus on the natural diet, Indian diet. This is only the good for health. Yes, you may speak. I think.
Yes, sir. There is a myth spread in our youth that the most protein food is egg or meat.
Yes, yes.
But if you search in Google, that highest protein food is pulses.
Yeah,
And
pulse, grams.
pulses and grams.
Yes.
And we know that in pulses we have a lot of proteins.
Yeah.
And so
And people don't like to eat
and-
pulse in India, you know.
and
very
people do
well.
not like
Nobody
to
eats
eat
pulse.
dal, and
Yes.
they always avoid it.
But they go to gym and they take the protein powder.
And
They
this
think
is
that the
something
protein
that-
comes from this powder, and this powder is where it is manufactured. It is manufactured in Western countries,
Yes, sir.
so it means we are taking that kind of thing. So it is powerful, no, and it becomes the cause of their. It is direct asteroid to their body, and once the asteroid reach your body, it makes the blood clots in your blood circulation and stops the blood passing from the heart. Once the blood does not pass from the heart, you get the heart attack and you die. So it becomes the cause, but we are not aware about it. Yes, you may speak anyone of, and we have to think about the time and
Yes,
go for the
sir.
conclusion.
Yes, I want to speak something, and you would know, all of you, our Indian people depend on 50% people depend on agriculture,
Yes,
and Western people and like USA
yes.
depend on people as a 7%
On agriculture.
in agriculture.
Yes.
But I am not being able to understand our youth generation to follow as a junk food, as a always daily wake up and put as a bike and ride and go to market as I eat
Yes.
burgers, noodles, as a idli, as a patties, as a meat.
Stuffed patties, yes.
As a
It's
meat.
in high demand,
And
selling like hotcake.
and I listened as a foreigners come to India. After reach India, first take bath. After that, chant as a mantra Hare Ram Hare Krishna.
Yes, they chant
And
mantra.
sit on earth and to
Then
eat
eat,
food,
yes.
and Indian people to serve food, and
They feel proud and they feel happy to eat on the ground, sit on the ground.
they feel proud and happy
Yes.
and sitting on the ground
And Indian think that कि it is against of their honor कि मुझे जमीन पर बैठा दिया खाना खिलाने के लिए, तो उन्हें लगता है कि मुझे छोटी जाति का समझ लिया है और मुझे जमीन पर बैठा के खाना खिला रहे हैं, they are serving, so they think that it is against of their honor, but it is not against of the honor. Yes.
but in a present but foreigners just few some time will understand this is a ritual of Indian people, but our Indian people to as a opposite to follow as a junk food. This is a very harmful for health as a flowing as a stomach as a क्या बोलते हैं सर बीमारी फैला देती हैं
And they spread the disease inside your stomach or in your body. They
as
spread the
a
disease.
they spread as a many type disease and Dharasim that Dharasim to follow as a Indian diet
Indian diet. Yeah.
and never eat to as a junk food and our elders brothers as a like of parents suggest every people you do not to eat as junk food. This is very harmful. So Miss Neha, you agree with my points and we should and we need to eat a junk food. Yeah, we need to
Or
eat
we need to eat the Indian
Indian
food.
diet.
Yes.
I agree that we are always eat only Indian food because the junk food only
It is only the
spread
taste of your tongue. It is only for the
it is
taste of the
it is
tongue.
the only the taste
Not
of the
good for
tongue.
health,
It is
not
not
good for
good for health.
Yes.
But in nowadays, all people want to eat the junk foods because they think that the junk food was good and they increase our body because in junk food all the vegetables and like butter is उसमें बटर वगैरह सब होती है
It is mixed.
it is mixed in junk food, but this is not good in when the parents marries her daughter.
Their daughter.
They always preferred buffer system
Yes, buffet system in Western food.
and Western
Chowmein,
food.
pizza, tikki.
These type of food, but
Yes.
this is not good. All the pupils want that whose parents was उसको buffer system में पढ़ते हैं
Organize the buffet system.
organize the buffer system. They are very rich and they was give her daughter.
Yes. They feel proud to give buffet system party. They think that it is a good symbol of investment and show the name in
But they
society.
did not think that the buffer system was not
Is not
is
good
not
for our
good for
health.
our health.
We are playing with our health and life.
And all the other countries pupils are come here
We are learning,
and learning our
From
culture
us. Adopting it to their
and
country.
adapting our country
To their country. They are
To their
taking back to
country.
their country. Okay, so friends, to keep the point, to keep the time and point of view now, finally we have come over the conclusion. So now you people have to give the last statement without taking too much time, and would like to give any message to the viewers. So take a 1 or 2 line sentence and conclude the topic. We have discussed really good over this topic. We have expressed our thoughts. I appreciate your way of speaking, and it shows that you all people are able to speak before the camera in presence of teacher and continue for 1 hour approx. We all have talked in English. we have not spoken any single word of Hindi. So it shows that if we really want to learn fluent English with our intention and we give the time, so definitely we people can improve our communications and we can learn English language. So I would like to request you all the viewers and to subscribers, if really you want to improve your communications or you want to develop your English language, so you have to do practice, you have to speak like our students, they have been speaking for since last 1 hour, and keep on watching our videos for more debates, for more learning points, contents like vocabulary, grammar, structure. So our YouTube channel will definitely help you all to learn English language in a practical way. So now it is your turn to speak your last statement to our audience. Look there and speak.
After the listening of the views of our group mates, and I would like to conclude this group discussion, as we know that there are some rules for accepting the Indian cultures, and the government required to make a rule for the Indian peoples that we are accepting our cultures and follow their rules, because Indian culture is the best in all over the world. So I would like to request to all of you that we should follow the Indian cultures, and thank you for this giving this time.
Thank you. Yes, yeah, Mr. Sunny.
First of all, thank you listening and watching our video. And I'll suggest to you follow as a Indian food. You do not follow to a junk food. Junk food is a very harmful to our health. And thank you for listening to me and giving me your precious time, and subscribe this channel and like this video and share this video.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Neha. Give the last conclusion, we all must follow our culture, we should not follow other countries' culture, whatever you want to speak, yes.
First of all, thank you for watching our video, and I give you a message that all the girls not follow the
Not
Western
follow.
culture. They are follow our culture and dress, and we are always
Good dress.
good dress, not the
Indian dress,
Western
Indian
dresses,
dress.
and
So
don't
that your parents
smoke,
feel
and
good. Don't wear
drink,
torn clothes,
and
don't drink, don't go outside alone, don't follow the Western.
and follow the elders' instructions
Yeah.
always.
Go to
Thank you.
temple instead of mall, instead of club, instead of cinema hall. You can speak this sentence. Go to temple, go to satsang.
Go to temple, go to satsang, and don't go the clubs and other
Bar, disco.
other bar like bars and discos,
Cinema hall.
cinema halls
Yeah.
like that. So thank you for watching the.
Okay, now last Mohit. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and last I am saying only that we should study and read all the books of spiritual, because there is everything in our books. We can get all the knowledge about our culture, about our religion. So in last, I will again thank you, and you should subscribe our channel and share it. And
So thank you all dear students for giving your precious time, and hope you all will keep on doing your study, continue like today, and will participate in other activities also to remove your hesitation and to develop confidence, as well as to improve your communication skills. Thank you for giving your time, and I would like to request once again to my subscribers and viewers, please share this video for the moral of our dear students, so that they feel good, like their video is being viral on YouTube because of their speaking English. They all belong to rural areas, they all belong to agriculture family. Their parents will be happy to see the performance of their children. They are able to speak English, they can make their bright future. It is only the English language which provide us or help us to get a job in the corporate sector nowadays. Thank you for your giving time.